Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Fantastic. Now, for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, we have a local beer. This is from the Masthead Brewing Company. They're located in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. And this is the High Survival, described as a double IPA. It's not for lightweights, though. Checks in at 8% alcohol by volume. I know you can't see that. Too much daylight. We're not going to complain about daylight now, are we? Now, the only bad thing about this for me is it's 148 days old. Yeah, that's way past the time for an IPA. But I'm telling you, this brewery crafts wood beer, and it's in a can, and it's been refrigerated. Where I bought it, and since it's been here, it's always been refrigerated. So I have high hopes for this beer. Now it's brewed with a variety of hops. Most notably, there's Citra in here, and Yakima cheap, and a couple others I can't recall off the top of my head because hey, I'm getting up there in age. I don't remember stuff all the time. You got this lovely masthead brewery glassware. Let's go ahead and get it in there. See what she's all about. I tell you what, man, I left downtown too early because the year after I moved out of downtown, this brewery was opened directly across the street from where I used to live. Now, how was that? That's not fair. Matter of fact, since I've left downtown Cleveland, about six breweries have opened right in the downtown area. It's a good thing I don't live down there anymore because, I'd spend all my time at the breweries all day. And while that's not a bad thing for a young man, a guy like me doesn't need to spend all day at the brewery. Now that's poured out a very hazy golden orange color. It's not chill haze. I just wiped the chill haze off the glass. It's only been on the countertop about 5 minutes, so it's still a little on the cool side. Got an off-white bit of foam on there. Let's see what we can get in the aroma. Now remember, this beer is what? Ooh, almost 5 months. That's a shame. Shame on me. Oh, oh man. Got some lovely pine in there, I can tell you that. A little bit of dankness too. Now, I don't think this is a West Coast style IPA because it's so hazy. I'm thinking it's a New England style IPA. Now, I can't read all that writing on the back there. It's way too small for my old eyes to see. But hey, we're going to drink it and think good thoughts. Many thanks to the brewers at Masthead for all the hard work they do in bringing this beer to market, and many thanks to you for watching. Cheers. Oh, wait. Now, see, that's a testament to the brewers that they can brew a craft beer like this, put it in a can, and 5 months later it's still good. Ooh, that tastes. Yeah, let me drink some more before I comment. I tell you what, considering that this is 8% alcohol by volume, it's very smooth and easy drinking. Look at the lacing on the side of the glass. Look at the foam retention. Well crafted beer. I do get some tropical fruits in here, but along with the tropical fruits, I get a little bit of pine, a little bit of bitterness in here. This is a mixture of a lot of different things. A little bit of citrus in there as well. You got to really, you know what? This really needs to warm up, and that's my fault that I didn't wait long enough for it to warm up. But I'm trying to get these beer reviews done today. I've got other things to do. But I always tell you life is short. We got other things to do, right? So maybe the heat transfer here from my hand will warm it up a little bit in the time frame that we have allotted for this review. I don't like my reviews to go over 8 minutes. There's a lot of beer reviewers on YouTube. They have 20-minute beer reviews. Man, I am not trying to stay on here 20 minutes and talk. I don't know if people watch them or not, but yeah, I noticed a lot of guys talk for 20 minutes. I mean, what are you going to talk about for 20 minutes? You got to veer off topic sometime, right? You can't talk about beer for 20 minutes, or maybe you can. That's just a very lovely beer. It has a good mix of the malts and the hops. It's got a little bit of sweetness in there from the malt. It's got a nice strong malt backbone on here, but then in the finish, you get that dry bitter finish and a little bit of pine in there. I get a little bit of pine in there. You know, it's a shame that I didn't have this earlier. I don't know if this is still brewed because Masthead rotates their beers constantly. I may take a trip downtown, you never know, and see if this is on tap. This will be a lovely beer to put in a crowler and drink and bring home. Yeah. You know what a crowler is? A crowler is a 32-ounce can. Now this is a 16-ounce can, so it's twice as big as this, and they pour it right from the tap and they seal it. Now you should drink that within 3 days. I wouldn't let it sit any longer than 3 days because it's coming right out of the tap. So eventually the beer is going to lose its carbonation. It's going to be flat as a pancake. What I would advise is that you drink it that night. Now, I don't know why they sell in 32 ounces because that's an awful lot of beer, isn't it? When you think about it, that's almost three bottles of beer. Mm, well, it's better than a growler, which is sometimes 32 ounces, but sometimes 64 ounces. Most of the time, it's 64 ounces. That's a lot of beer to drink by yourself. That's almost a six pack. Yeah, when you consider 12-ounce bottle times six is 72, and you're getting 64. That's a lot of beer, mama. It's a lot of beer. A little more fruity in there. It's got definitely got some tropical fruits. I'm not sure. I want to say a little bit of mango. It's nothing really sweet. And that could be the malt. You know, a lot of times I think there's some kind of tropical fruit in something, and it turns out that it's the malt. You know, a lot of times I'll go to a craft beer bar and I'll say, "Hmm, what kind of tropical fruit is that in there?" And the brewer will tell me there's no tropical fruit in there. That's just a special malt that they use to make it seem like it's tropical fruit. And I said, "Oh, you tricked me." Yeah, it's difficult to tell what's in there these days, but it tastes like mango to me, and it's just wonderful. It really is. Considering the beer is almost 5 months old, man, it's just a testament to the brewers. Again, this is from the Masthead Brewing Company located in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. If you're in Ohio, it's well worth the trip. It's a good overnight trip to come to Cleveland because I can name at least 12 breweries located downtown and on the near east and west sides, oh, excuse me, of Cleveland. You would not run out of things to do if you want a beer trip. You got West 25th Street, and then you go over on East 55th Street, and it's a head scratcher. Where am I going to go first? Well, my advice would be to start out and work towards downtown. Get yourself a hotel downtown, and you can always take the public transit system. People are very helpful, and it's a one-stop train stop from the west side to downtown. And then once you're downtown, there's a free bus that runs till midnight. You can take it and you can bar hop all day long if that's what you want to do. But this beer right here, full mouthfeel, full bodied, medium carbonation, got some wonderful flavors. I'm going to leave my take on this beer in the description box because I'm allowed to warm up about another 10 minutes. I bet this is really going to bring forth some flavors and aromas in another 10, 15 minutes. Man, that is smooth. Smooth and easy drinking 8%. Life is short. Let's be happy. And on that note, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina. and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer You let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my Pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and you know, I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.